A pleasant day to each and everyone. This is Christopher Jr. A. Buncales, honoring and thanking God for His blessings that He given to me every day. And also I thank everything and to all of you because from now on I am your voice for today's speech of what is going on to the world today. So that I entitled Deadly Communicable Virus Disease con COVID-19. Well, I guess you knew this event already of what we're facing right now, which in fact the coronavirus disease 2019 or COVID-19. In waking up, where this virus started, what is the reason and where they did get this creepy virus? Is this pandemic can affect people's livelihoods, health and food system? Well, there is the only one country and continent or in a part of the continent did a disgusting and did abuse of what they are like to be that can it make yourself puke. No other than are the Chinese people in Wuhan, China. It was their fault because they made themselves a toxic virus which can affect everyone's life and living. First and foremost, they do avoid exotic foods, something it is raw or cooked food, that they do put a dirt or diarrhea in their intestine, body and health and even worldwide. Specifically, their street foods. It may either insect or animals that cannot be eaten supposedly. And now, the reason I think they did this because it is for businesses, isn't it? Second is the widespread virus around the globe for the communication of the virus inside of the living body without any readiness of the cure. Worldwide is now in isolation and lockdowns in each of the countries, continent, and people hiding from the deadliest virus. So, here are the different symptoms that you might deal with it and such as illnesses or fever, loss of smell or taste, cough, tiredness, aches and pains, sore throat, diarrhea, headaches, a rash on skin, and or discoloration of fingers or toes. A virus spreading all across all cities, all nations, and the entire world. That is why globe and its people are in terrible danger. A virus is technically spreading out joint into the air and finding someone person who would be a victim. COVID-19 may cause respiratory illness. This violence that we face today is out of control, and it's hurting thousands of people that is likely has no right to live in peace, live in free and happiness. In fact, millions of people are found positive and hundreds of people are out of lives or passed away. This crisis is what we call health crisis, job crisis, and food crisis. Likewise, governments, presidents, agencies, WHO, and others are in action of building the common but effective rules for to be always aware and conscious. That is, wearing of personal protective equipment or PPE uniforms by taking care of our health and lives. Commonly the mask and face shields to have a better safety. In behalf, we people should always do proper disinfect and sanitize like the washing hands with soap properly in just 20 seconds and use always 99.9% alcohol base for us to be sure. Other that, for to have a better solution is to do an exercise daily routine even if you are in your homes because it can give you healthier and strong immune system to become physically fit because it's indeed that where people now are at risk. Furthermore, there is the impact of COVID-19 on people's livelihoods, their health and food system. Every employment or unemployed person are now vulnerable because it is a big impact to their needs, especially farmers and other agricultural jobs. Now's event within pandemic is can ruin lives, works, and personal businesses through difficulties that comes into hunger and death. Nearly half of the world's 3.3 billion global workforce are at risk of losing their livelihoods. Without the means to earn an income during lockdowns, many are unable to feed themselves and their families. For most, no income means no food, or at best, less food and less nutritious food. The pandemic has been affecting the entire food system and has laid bare its fragility. Today's complication is very much an extraordinary hassle, something ourselves cannot in hustle to go anywhere, to hanging out with friends or family, and hard to find what is our needed for. These threats can do suffer more people, especially those lack of sustain from their governments. It may become unfair to others with has the same situation and condition. To distinct, not only jobs or foods are affected, but also the education for the learnings of the students. Students are in the midst of risk for their learning skills because it has no face-to-face discussion. Luckily, the Department of Education or DepEd insight a good decision for the securities of the students toward learning. Module is like a form of book was their plan for students opportunities to continue and sustain their learning skills without any teaching by teachers, only by their own self would be able to discuss, understand, and answer from it. Students are called now an independent student because it is their own good for the sake of their lives to prevent from the virus and also because avoid contact with any student and it is good to them because it has social distancing. To clarify, we citizens in different countries and nations, we should must not scared in facing this event. We shall have faith, strength, and healthy to cope our challenges and to the world. So, I conclude that every individual must have power to fight back even if we're drowning. Stand for your life, life for your families, livelihoods, foods, businesses, and jobs. To ends up, I owe your thanks in hearing my speech, so please stay safe and stay at home. Thank you.